Hola a todos, ¿están buscando mejorar sus habilidades para hablar y escuchar en inglés? No busquen más. Nuestras conversaciones de podcast son la forma perfecta de mejorar tus habilidades en el idioma inglés. Al ver nuestras conversaciones, podrás escuchar inglés auténtico, hablado a un ritmo natural por hablantes nativos, lo que te ayudará a comprender mejor el idioma y a mejorar tu capacidad auditiva. Además, al escuchar nuestras conversaciones, podrás aprender frases comunes y modismos en inglés, lo que te ayudará a mejorar tu expresión oral y sonar más natural al hablar en inglés. Así que únete a nosotros en nuestras conversaciones de podcast y lleva tus habilidades en inglés al siguiente nivel. Hoy hablaremos de
Recuerdos de la infancia.
Estoy muy emocionado por ello. ¿Tú también estás emocionado?
Hey Liam, you know what I've been thinking about lately? Our childhood memories. Those were the days, weren't they?
Of course, Emma. They were amazing. But why do you ask? Is everything okay?
Well, as we get older, life seems to get harder and more complicated. We have to worry about things like paying bills, meeting deadlines, and following societal rules. But when we were kids, everything was so much simpler. We could play all day, laugh without a care in the world, and enjoy the little things in life.
Exactly, Emma. We used to chase butterflies, build forts out of cardboard boxes, and make wishes on fallen eyelashes. Life was full of joy and happiness back then.
You know, Liam, when I was a kid, I loved spending most of my day playing with my friends. Studying wasn't something I was interested in at all. All I wanted to do was play all day long. I had two really close friends during that time who were my best buddies.
As Occult I have very close friends with whom I used to spend my entire day playing. It's funny to think about it now, but we had so much fun together without getting bored.
I used to live in a village near James Island, where I would wake up early in the morning and head to the farmhouse. The farming land near the farmhouse was where different crops were grown, and during summer, the crops were ready for harvest. I loved watching the harvesting process. Before starting my day, I would take a bath in the running water of the tube well at the farmhouse, which always refreshed my mind with its cold water and fresh air. It filled me with positive energy.
I can't believe it. You enjoyed it a lot.
My grandmother used to cook food in the traditional style. The taste was so delicious and yummy. During summer, she made pickles of mango and green chili, which I loved eating.
That sounds amazing. We also had 1 cow and 2 buffaloes in the farmhouse, so we always had a lot of milk and curd at home. It was my duty to make a milkshake, and we used to drink it every day after lunch. At night, we would sleep on the terrace to feel the cool summer breeze. All my cousins would gather there, and we would enjoy our time together. Everyone used to drink a glass of milk before going to sleep.
And the fresh air, none of that city smog. I can almost taste the clean breeze that sweeps through the fields. It's like nature's therapy.
You're absolutely right, my friend. Village life has a charm of its own. It's simplicity, the genuine connections. It's like stepping into a different world. People in villages know each other's stories, share their joys and sorrows, and lend a helping hand without hesitation.
Are you still that fiery boy, or has life polished those edges?
Yes, Emma, you've got that right. But you know what? I'm torn between the village and the city. The city has its hustle, its neon lights, and its endless possibilities. But the village, it's where memories bloom like wildflowers.
Absolutely, Liam. It's incredible how life's journey transforms us, isn't it? I've noticed a similar shift in myself too. The city has this way of grounding us amidst all the chaos. And you're spot on about those late-night chats. They offer such unique perspectives. It's comforting to know that despite the changes, our essence remains rooted in those cherished memories and beliefs.
Life has a way of shaping us, doesn't it? These days, I don't lose my temper as easily as I used to. Perhaps it's the hustle and bustle of the city, the hum of traffic, or the late-night conversations with strangers. But deep down, that village boy still exists, the one who believed in magic, who danced in rainstorms and realized that joy wasn't attached to material things, but rather to moments of connection.
Oh yes, those days were like precious moments that we cherish in our memories. We would wake up to the delicious smell of Mom's pancakes, and our only concern would be whether to have maple syrup or chocolate spread on them. Then we would step out feeling lighthearted and carefree, with our dreams filling our pockets and our feet bare.
.ma. Have you ever daydreamed about going back in time to those golden days when life was full of play and laughter? I've been thinking about it lately, and it would be amazing if we could step into a time machine and revisit those memories.
I'm here, tell me.
Emma. There's something I've been carrying in my heart, a memory that shaped me in ways I never imagined. It's about my grandfather's passing.
I can't imagine how hard that must have been for you.
My beloved grandfather was the rock of our family, always standing tall and providing shelter to all of us. His laughter filled the room, and his stories were like treasures that we cherished. However, one day he became sick. The doctors shared news we dreaded to hear. It was a disease that we all feared speaking of, and we didn't know how much time we had left with him. The day he left us, everything felt still and silent. My heart felt heavy, like a part of me was missing. But you know what, Emma? At that moment, I felt his presence. It wasn't like he was there physically, but I could feel him in the wind, like a gentle whisper.
That's beautiful, Liam. It's amazing how our loved ones stay with us, even after they're gone. They leave behind a part of themselves that lives on in our memories and in the little things we do every day. I'm sure your grandfather is looking down on you, proud of the person you've become.
Thank you. That's meaning a lot.
Life is precious, and we should never take it for granted. We should always make time for the people we love and let them know how much they mean to us. Because it is the end. It's the memories we create with them that will last a lifetime.
Absolutely. And speaking of memories, I am so glad we got to reminisce about our childhood today. It's been so long since we talked about those days. I brought so many happy memories.
Me too. It's always nice to take a little trip down memory lane and release those moments that made us who we are today. Thank you for reminding me of the joy that comes with simplicity and for sharing your memories with me.
In a time, Emma. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Let's keeping in touch and create more memories together.
Y eso es todo por hoy. Felicidades por completar este desafío. Esperamos que hayas disfrutado y aprendido nuevas palabras en el camino. Recuerda, la clave para mejorar es practicar constantemente. Así que sigue adelante y nunca dejes de aprender. Si te gustó este video, dale like, déjanos un comentario y compártelo con amigos que también quieran aprender inglés. No olvides suscribirte y activar las notificaciones para que no te pierdas ninguna de nuestras clases. Gracias por acompañarnos, y nos vemos en la próxima lección.